I already started but didn't film anything yet. So I took the concrete away from the wood here. And the worst is right here, where it used to be, I would say, the front door, when this used to be a porch. And I'm going to have to, I think, cut with the oscillating tool everything back to the studs so it's flush with the studs. And I'm either going to have to put 2x8 in, and that way I can attach to the existing studs that aren't rotting and get it down towards the sill plate so it has a support if this continues to rot out. And then the corner is a whole other beast that I'm going to have to work on, but let's focus one at a time. I'm going to do this and then I'll go over there. Okay, I've chiseled out just where it's flush. I still have this big chunk all the way over to here to come out, so it's nice and flush there. There's some really nice wood in here, and on that other spot there's a good amount of wood for, I'd say, like 4/5. So the rest of it I'm just gonna come in with the reciprocating saw, cut out what I can, and then I'm gonna replace it with probably, I don't know, it's gonna be either the 2x8 or the 2x6. We'll see what fits all the way across. It looks like the 2x8 probably will, so I'll probably use the 2x8 and put some gasket underneath. But now it's time for reciprocating saw and to cut out the rest of this beam and replace with something else. Okay, that did take me a while, so I've cut out from that point all the way across over to here, and I am going to use the 2x8 because when it goes across, it can fit in pretty nicely, support everything. I can nail into the nice surfaces here, so it'll also let me nail into the studs. So that's what I'm going to do after I take a break. I'm going to measure up, put one of the 2x8s in and across, and then just nail it into place. And there's still a little bit of good wood here, good on all of the studs, and that should be able to act as a support through this section because it's not going to get any more wet. It's just gonna continue to dry rot over time, but this will take a bunch of the weight and it'll make it look cleaner. So that's nice. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so I've gotten this part done. So I put a new plate across here. So this will act as a general support for the sill plate because I tagged it into the good wood behind, as well as the studs. So that's all nice and tied in. And then I came over to this corner and look at all this rot. So I had to go pretty high up on the board, and it's only good for this side and this side. There's still more rot up through there, but that's as high up as I'm willing to go right now. When I open up this wall, maybe when I get this portion done, maybe I'll come back and tie something a little higher up as well. They put a board here, a board here. This one was rotten at the bottom. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some 2x4s in here, probably a 2x6 coming out this way. They did fix the sill here, so that's like nice and solid wood, so that's good. And I did cut back to where it's a little better. It's not perfect, but I'll put a little plate here, and then I'll probably double it up, and then I'll also cut back to here, and then I'll put another plate going across here. So a little bit of work to get this any better than it is, because it's not in great shape right now, but I'll make it at least much more secure than it is currently. We'll go supports on this good wood here and here, and that will act as some kind of support, and then I'll tie it in through here and tie it in through this one. So we'll start doing that now. I gotta measure things up and get. That was a long day for very little to show for us. Tomorrow I'm gonna do the joists. That's my plan, because I now have fixed the rod issue. So I'm gonna put hardware cloth in along here so rodents can't get up and through all the way down. This is the fix for the first bit of rot, going all the way through, tying in the studs with the sill plate and putting it onto what is not rot. So just a lot better support. And then this corner, there's 3 2x4s in there. There's a 2x6 right here. I think I pushed it in a little too far because it pushed out the siding a little bit, but when I repair this, I'll just shoot some nails in and get it in a little better. There was a nice new sill plate, so they definitely were in here fixing things before. And I also fixed the sill plate was completely rotten out down there, fixed that, and then put this piece to tie the new sill plate, the upright here, and the studs with the old sill plate. So that's what this is doing. So that's all done. So that means watch out for all the old crusty wood. That means tomorrow I can just do the joists here and clean up. So that will allow me to finally finish off the first quarter. A little more than I was expecting when I took off the cement, but I wasn't expecting it to be great. I assumed there was going to be some issue, but yeah, that was more than I was expecting. So anyway, on to... Okay, I'm back out here this morning. I think I'm going to spend my time just kind of cleaning up the mess through here, especially this corner. So I'm going to clean it all up. Once I have it all cleaned, I'm going to get the hardware cloth, and I'm going to put it along this whole sill length, close things in. I also have some spray foam I could use if I need to. And it looks like I'll have to extend it just around the corner a little bit. And I'm going to probably have some construction adhesive. I'll just fill the hole with construction adhesive, and later I'll put some concrete in it. But that should get me all this set up. And then after that, I will start putting joists down. So clean up first, then the hardware cloth, and then joist. Okay, I've gotten it all clean. I was able to get it really clean because I have the vacuum out with me. So I got all the top of the sill. Got all the top of the sill across here. Got all the stuff on the ground up. Went all the way along, vacuumed everything. There's just some fine dust there I cannot get. But we're all ready to start putting up the hardware cloth. But with the hardware cloth, I have to cut it in half because it's way too big. So I'm gonna just cut it in half. I'll take the reciprocating saw and just cut straight down half. Hopefully that works without it jumping around too much. And after I do that, I'll be able to staple it to the sill plate. So that's what so I can finally start working on putting in more floor joists. I got some of the wire mesh down and spray foamed in a little bit just to kind of hold it down a little bit better. And the wire mesh gets cranky, stabs you a lot, but it is down, all the way down to this other end. It isn't really attached, but the plan is once I get the floor joists all running and I can tell that it's all going nice and straight, I'm going to put a ledger board across here anyway, just a 2x4 to get the height and the floor level, because I have to attach it to these sill plates anyway. So when I do that, it'll kind of strengthen up and cinch up the metal mesh over here. And so I can start doing all of the floor joists, which I'm really excited to start doing because I've been waiting to do it. I wanted to do it all yesterday, and I had to wait until I did all this cleanup. So cleanup's done. I'm gonna start putting floor joists down. So that's my next thing. I'll update once I get a few. Okay, I got some of the boards under. I had to jack up right here just to make it high enough so I could get those boards in place. I'm sporting there right between that little tiny piece of wood that they put in, but it is under the stairs, so that's good. And then I figured I might as well just, it's not 16-inch on center, but it's right on the other end of that support, acting as a support right here, and I'm going to be putting another 14-footer right beside it. But you get a good sense of it. Right now I need to turn on the generator, and I need to nail all this in and make sure everything's coming out plumb and 16-inch on center appropriately, and all that. I didn't check any of that yet, but I just wanted to get them on just to get a little further ahead. But I'm probably going to go grab something to eat, then I'll come level everything and start nailing everything together. And also my cousin came out to check things out, Michael, and he was telling me that he can help me out with that little bit of leaky spots in the roof, which is wonderful because I'm completely petrified of heights. So if Michael can help me do that, that'd be really good, and maybe he'll even let me film him doing it. All right, I'm gonna go have something to eat now, and I'll come back. My electrician just came out and put in a new panel for me and a new meter outside. So we're well set up there. He's gonna come tomorrow, finish off, hook it up. He thinks he can even get the Maritime Electric to come out, maybe do the full hookup, and then he's gonna go through and put on an outlet or two for me to keep working. And I've also finished off the joist across here, so that's all even through. I'm gonna put one more board in through the middle just to stabilize a little bit. I need to do blocking for everything still, but I'll kind of probably save that for a little later because not tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm off, but on Thursday I'm gonna take all the bricks down from the chimney up in the bedroom, and I'm going to lighten the load for me jacking up the center because there's bricks right up in the room up there. Chimney, half a chimney. So anyway, I'm gonna tie this together, keep them from being as wiggly, easier to walk across, and then after that I'm probably gonna pack up and go home. But that's it for today. Next will be Thursday. So I just noticed that this used to be a greenhouse and Samantha wants to paint it green again. So it used to have these nice green shingles all over it. That would have been really cool looking way back when, but it'll be green again. And I'm just so happy that this is gonna be able to be hooked up. It's awesome.